Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here today. Today, we take an important step in addressing one of the most pressing challenges facing our communities. Too many individuals and families are struggling to find homes that are affordable, safe, and suitable for their needs. But this is more than a housing issue. It is an economic issue, a social issue, and ultimately a matter of fairness. Several factors are driving this challenge. Based on the best available dates and projections from the Ministry of Housing and Municipalities, by 2035, 1 in 3 residents is expected to be age 65 or older. At the same time, household sizes are shrinking, which means that even with a stable population, we need more homes, particularly smaller, more accessible homes that better reflect how people are living today. We are also seeing empty rental units, abandoned properties, and the growth of vacation rentals, all of which reduce long-term housing supply. Rising construction costs, alongside the wider cost of living, continue to place a significant pressure on households across every income level. The reality is clear. There is an urgent need for housing that is affordable to build, affordable to rent, and affordable to buy. This affordable housing strategy recognizes that not all housing needs are the same. It distinguishes between affordable housing for lower-income households, attainable housing for middle-income earners and market, and high-end housing. Our focus is clear. Public investment must be directed where the need is the greatest. Affordable, attainable homes for Bermudians who are left behind by the current market in both rentals and sales. While housing pressures affect many people, this strategy is specifically designed to support those facing the greatest challenges. This includes individuals and families on housing waiting lists, seniors on fixed incomes, essential workers, single-parent households, and young people trying to build independent lives. These are Bermudians that the market is not adequately serving, and where the market falls short, this government must step in. This is a 10-year strategy covering 2025 to 2035, with a clear vision to ensure that every resident of Bermuda has access to safe, affordable, sustainable housing and a place they can call home. Although we are now in 2026, the strategy began in 2025 to reflect the significant work already undertaken during that year. In 2025, feasibility assessments were made, 30 suitable housing development sites were identified, and construction methodologies were evaluated, laying the critical groundwork for Phase 1 delivery. There are 5 key goals that guide this strategy. First, to expand and diversify the housing supply. We aim to deliver between 950 and 1,350 affordable and attainable housing units over the next decade. This will be achieved through government-led construction, the rehabilitation of derelict properties, and by bringing underutilized homes back into the long-term rental market. Second, to improve affordability and access. This includes financial tools, rental support, and new pathways to ownership, as well as the use of modern construction methods, such as pre-concassed concrete, modular and prefabricated housing to reduce costs and speed up delivery. Third, to modernize regulations so housing can be delivered faster while maintaining fairness in tenancy and development processes. Fourth, to strengthen governance through the creation of a new housing authority and a dedicated Department of Housing, ensuring stronger coordination and accountability. And fifth, to promote sustainability and resilience, ensuring that new, rehabilitated homes are energy efficient, climate resilient, and built for the future. Delivery will be implemented in 3 phases, each designed to respond to Bermuda's changing household needs in a practical and responsible way. Housing demand will not remain static over the next 10 years, and neither should our approach. At the end of each phase, we will carry out a full review to reassess the housing demand in the country. In this way, the strategy will be a living document, adaptable to changing conditions, emerging trends, and community needs. Phase 1 is about responding to urgent housing needs. It focuses on Bermudians facing the greatest housing pressures right now. Families on the Bermuda Housing Corporation waiting list, seniors on fixed incomes, single-parent households, young people working toward independent living, and individuals experiencing housing insecurity. This phase will focus on government-led housing delivery across Bermuda Housing Corporation, Bermuda Land Management Corporation, and the government-owned sites. We will use modular, precast concrete, hybrid, and mid-rise construction methods because they allow us to build faster, more efficiently, and at a lower cost, while maintaining the durability and resilience required for Bermuda's climate. Phase 1 will also introduce stronger measures to return empty and underutilized homes to the long-term rental market, helping to unlock existing housing stock while reducing pressure on the new supply. The goal of Phase 1 is to deliver approximately 310 affordable housing units in the next 18 months, including emergency and supporting housing, through a combination of new construction and the activation of existing underutilized homes. This is the first step in reducing the current backlog of 400 households. They require immediate housing support, including those on the BHC waiting list and those needing transitional or homelessness-related accommodation. That being said, I would like to encourage residents in the east and west ends of the islands to register with the Bermuda Housing Corporation as soon as possible. Phase 2 focuses on redevelopment and the community regeneration. At this stage, the strategy aims to increase housing supply while improving existing communities. Medium-scale modular and hybrid developments will be introduced alongside the redevelopment of older Bermuda Housing Corporation estates and institutional properties. This phase is designed not only to provide more homes, but also to improve the quality of neighborhoods and living conditions for all residents. The estimated delivery for Phase 2 is 300 units. Phase 3 focuses on large-scale sites and system consolidation. This is the long-term stage of the strategy, where attention shifts to sustainable community development. Multi-phased community housing projects will be developed across the parishes to ensure wider access to affordable housing across Bermuda. This phase strengthens the overall housing system and ensures long-term stability and support for future generations. The estimated delivery for Phase 3 is almost 400 units. It is important to note that Phase 1 is already underway. In 2025, feasibility assessments were completed, 30 suitable housing development sites were identified, and construction methodologies were carefully reviewed. Following that work, precast concrete construction has been identified as the most suitable solution for Phase 1, offering advantages in cost, speed, durability, and resilience while being well-suited to Bermuda's environment. It also has a proven local track record, having been successfully used at the Victoria Place housing project in Dockyard. The initial stage of Phase 1 is expected to deliver over 200 affordable homes across 5 sites, including housing for families and seniors. Those are Victoria Place in Sandys, 36 affordable units, Albert Row in Sandys, 24 affordable units, Tommy Fox Road in St. David's, 24 affordable units, Dr. Cam Park 2, we call it, next to Dr. Cam Park 1 in Southampton, 110 seniors units, and also Channel House in St. David's, refitted to provide between 30 and 50 rooms for senior residents. This represents significant progress in increasing supply where it's needed most. The estimated budget for this phase is approximately $114.75 million. The financing is being secured through local banks and supported by a government guarantee. Local contractors and service providers will play a major role in site preparation, civil works, infrastructure works, and interior fit-out, ensuring strong participation from Bermuda's local construction industry. We will also maintain ongoing communication with residents, community groups, and other stakeholders throughout the process. Groundbreaking, I'm happy to announce, is anticipated in August this year, subject to approvals, of course, and site preparation, with delivery expected approximately 18 months thereafter. Throughout this process, we have worked to ensure that the public has every opportunity to be heard. Today, we are launching the consultative draft affordable housing strategy for public feedback. This must be a collaborative process. The document is available on Government of Bermuda Citizens Forum at forum.gov.bm, and we will continue engaging directly with stakeholders, community groups, and residents to ensure a wide range of voices are heard. Feedback can also be sent directly to the Ministry of Housing and Municipalities at housing@gov.bm. Your input is critical. It's critical in making sure that this strategy reflects the real needs of our communities and leads to meaningful, lasting change. We encourage every Bermudian, everyone, to take the time to read the draft strategy and share your views to help shape the final version. I also want to take this opportunity to thank all the technical officers and staff who have worked tirelessly to help develop this strategy in such a relatively short period of time. Although the Ministry of Housing and Municipalities was only established in February 2025, significant progress has been made in just over a year. Following several months of assessments, the development of the strategy has taken approximately 8 months, including the initial drafting, technical reviews, and consultation across multiple ministries and stakeholders. This work has also been carried out in tandem with the development and securing of financing for Phase 1 projects, ensuring that planning and delivery could move forward together. I would like to give special recognition to Permanent Secretary Jean Nicolai, former Permanent Secretary Andrew Pettit, Mr. Hugo Pereira, Special Advisor, Mr. Paul Martin, Chief Executive Officer and General Manager of the Bermuda Housing Corporation, Chairman of BHC, Mr. Chris Famous, and also Chairman of BOMC, Mr. Neville Tyrrell, Mr. Andrew Dias, CEO of Bermuda Land Management Company, Mr. Mark Mello, Chief Financial Officer at BHC, Keno Ferbert Jacobs, Project Manager at Bermuda Housing Corporation. That man works so hard. Mrs. Lakila Bell, Consultant, Mrs. Julia Marshall, Senior Planner, Mrs. Jane Brett, Policy Analyst, and Mr. Michael Brangman, Communications Officer, whose expertise, commitment, hard work have been instrumental in shaping this strategy. And finally, my executive assistant, Ms. Tracy Wilkinson. Their dedication has helped ensure that this is not simply a policy document, but a practical and deliverable roadmap for addressing Bermuda's housing challenges. Housing is the foundation of strong communities. Communities lose vitality when young people are forced to leave, and social inequities deepen when decent housing becomes a privilege rather than a foundation for opportunity. When people have stable homes, they can build better lives, contribute to the economy, and feel a true sense of belonging. We know this challenge will not be solved overnight, but today is about commitment to practical action, to accountability, and to real progress. We are committed to making this vision a reality. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. At this time, we welcome questions from the media.
Good afternoon, Minister. Thank you for your remarks. My first question, you said your ministry is looking to bring more than 1,000 homes online over the next decade. How would you sum up the current work towards reaching that goal, and are you confident that you will reach that goal?
How would I sum up the work? Well, you see all the people you have here today? That's the sum of the work, the amount of people we have had involved. I would sum up the work as being, for me, gratifying and thankful. I can't be thankful enough because so many people that I named today, and that's why I don't think ministers make it a habit out of naming people individually too much. But in this particular instance, in the short time we've had, everybody has worked yeoman hours, and it's been a lot of work. And I just appreciate all of them for the work that they put in.
Of course. And how confident are you in delivering that number of homes? I'm
very confident. I could tell you early on, I was told, when I said I'm going to build 100 homes in 12 to 18 months, I was told that I'm dreaming. Well, you know now that that number's doubled that in the next 18 months. And with the team that we have, and with cooperation from the planning department, which I think we will get, and the support of Bermudian people, when we start building these homes, I think that we'll attain that goal and more in the future.
Okay. And I noticed in your remarks there was no mention of Bose Island. Are you able to provide an update on the status of the pilot capsule housing project there and where it stands currently with planning permissions?
Yeah. Well, we did appeal, and we're just waiting for the decision of the minister.
Okay, understood. And are you hopeful that the appeal will go in your favor?
I am. People need homes, and they need them desperately. We made that decision back last November. We thought that we could get them here rather quickly, which is happening. With the blessing of the minister and his ministry, we can move forward that within the next few weeks and get some people in homes in a hurry.
Okay. And you cited the growth of vacation rentals as one factor contributing to the housing issue here on island. Are you looking at taking any steps to perhaps encourage homeowners to, rent their apartments or cottages to Bermudians as opposed to listing them on Airbnb, for example?
Well, I think that will happen. Markets find their own levels. When we start building a couple of hundred homes a year, I think that water will find its own level in that space.
Understood. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry. Good afternoon, Minister.
Good afternoon.
Just a handful of questions. Firstly, I understand that obviously the the planning applications were rejected, hence the appeal. So given that that's rejection, how does that kind of bode for plans for the future?
I think these emergency units are different than what we're currently looking at doing. You will know from my remarks that these homes will be precast concrete, which are totally different. The units at Bowes Island were brought in for emergency purposes. So that's the difference.
I see.
It's a huge difference.
Let's see. Do you think that when it comes to emergency housing, the rejection here might have an effect on any other further plans that you have for emergency housing?
I hope not.
I see. And on that similar note, regarding the containers for emergency housing, are they here yet
Hold it
on
right
island?
there. Hold it right there. They're not containers.
Sorry, not containers. But the
Capsules.
the capsules, thank you. Other capsules, are they here on the island yet?
No, but they will be soon.
They will be
in
soon.
the next
Okay.
couple of weeks. Yeah.
So do you know where exactly they are?
They're en route.
They're en route. So do you know where along the route they are? Like halfway through the Atlantic, anything like that?
Hey, listen, it all depends. I mean, I don't think I have to tell anybody here that we have a shipping issue because of the war, which did cause us some challenges too. So hopefully, they won't get held up like all the other ships are being held up at the moment
I see.
in a particular area.
I see. So you don't know if it's left port yet or where exactly?
They have left port.
They have left port, but we don't know exactly where in which waters they're in at the moment, or anything like that.
They're en route.
They're en route.
Yeah.
That's all you can say.
Like I said, I hope to have them here if everything goes well in a couple of weeks.
Okay, great. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. No further questions from the media. So that concludes the press conference. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us and have a great day today.
Thank you.
Bermuda Live on YouTube. Subscribe now.